Welcome to OneBlueVision.com. I'm Bobby Marvin. I'm here with Jazzy. How are you, Jazzy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right. My understanding, you just got in town just got in town today, but you just got to the East Coast a couple of days ago.
Thursday, I just got here.
Okay, all right,
But I
nice.
just got to Baltimore like an hour ago, if even that.
Okay, an hour ago from New York.
Yeah,
Somebody doing some serious speeding.
yeah, that was happening.
Okay, so please, Jazzy, for those who may not know, share a little bit about yourself.
Hi everybody, I am a Los Angeles-based artist. I'm coming out of LA, California. My name is Jazzy. I'm an R&B singer, songwriter, extraordinaire. I guess that's the thing you can add to it. And yeah, that's about it.
Jazzy, you've been too modest.
Am I?
Yeah, you've been too modest. You
Oh.
just got out from touring with Kanye West,
Yes.
and you also signed as a songwriter with Jamie Foxx's publishing company.
I actually am no longer with Jamie, but
Okay.
I did, that was something I was a part of
Okay.
for 2 years. And then Kanye happened in 2008, so it's not as fresh to me as everything else, but those things did take place as well, yes.
Okay, so how did you land those opportunities?
The Kanye gig came from a friend of mine, Melanie Fiona, needed background vocalist. A girlfriend of mine was was getting ready to get the gig to sing with her. They needed another girl, so she called me, and it just worked. Did the 2008, the Europe leg of the 2008 Glow in the Dark tour, and so it was England, UK, and Paris. And then Jamie came about via Chris Brown. I had a friend who was a dancer for Chris. He played Chris my music during their rehearsals and warm-ups and stuff, and Chris loved it, so he wanted to meet me, met me, and his manager's best friend ended up being the woman who oversaw who was overseer over everything in Jamie's music department. So she was a publisher, so she loved the music, she loved songwriting, who was doing it, wanted to know. It happened to be me and my writing partner, and then that's how that came about. So everything's been very random. Nothing made sense at the time, but it makes sense.
Excited when I see your face. It's not too often we're in the same place. When we're together, nothing's in the way. At the end of the day, I wanna hear the words you'll never say. Oh, without thinking of you. I don't know what to do when I'm in the mood. I wish I could have you back with me soon. Baby, bring it back. Why you gotta
So how long have you been performing and writing?
Gosh, songwriting since I was 12. So for some years now, and
Since you were 12?
yes.
Okay, all right.
And then, but I didn't know I was songwriting. I was writing poems, so I thought. And then I wrote a song, and I had to record it, but it was a poem. It had happened to be a poem before, and the girl who I write songs with was like, you are a songwriter. I was like, no, I'm a singer. I'm not writing songs. She's like, no, like, you're writing songs. You sing, yes, but you're writing them. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I am a songwriter. So that songwriting since I was 12, and performing just actually since like 2006.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what that experience been like for you? Just making that transition from the page to the stage, as they say.
Yeah, it's been very interesting. Growing every single time I do a show. I pull something different from it. I learn how to address my crowd differently. I learn how to give a little bit more of myself every single time. So it's an amazing experience, but it's definitely growing. It's growth all the way, 100%.
Okay. Which one do you prefer more, writing or performing?
I like performing now. I used to not like performing. It used
Why not?
to terrify the mess out of me. People scared me. I love people. I'm a people person, but it scared the mess out of me to be like, I have to get in front of these people and basically be vulnerable. It wasn't something that I wanted to. It was something that I wanted to do, but it wasn't something I thought I could do. So I used to kind of psych myself out, like, oh yeah, I'll do a show, and didn't want to do it, and would completely like just make myself really, really scared. But now it's to the point where I love it. I love the people that I meet from my shows, the people I interact with afterwards, the people I interact during the show. So it's something that I enjoy a little bit more now. Before though, I was a studio person. I loved it all the time. I love that 100%.
Do you remember your first performance?
I do.
What?
My first performance, though, I was not scared, surprisingly, and it was this random, a friend of mine had a TV show, well, it was a web-based TV show, so a webisode, that he would do that was just doing up-and-coming acts, and they had like a live sound stage, and he made it look like it was a club, and it was really fun, like the whole situation in itself. We prepped a lot for it. It was so much preparation that there was no room for me to be nervous, and there was so many different elements of the show, and I was performing songs that that I've never performed before and were really fresh and fun for me. So I wasn't nervous that show, but everything afterwards I used to just get like extreme anxiety. It was horrible, but that I do remember, my first show.
Okay, and your topics that you usually write about. What are some of the topics you touch on?
I touch on men, actually.
Okay.
Relationships from almost, God, 100%, I guess I can say, unfortunately. That seems to be what I speak a lot about.
Why you say unfortunately?
There's other things to talk about. There are others. There's other topics.
Okay, all right. And do you feel as though that's something you have to grow into, or it's just past relationships that's on your heart right now that compels you to talk about such?
It depends. I was just saying the other day that I write a lot about stuff that's never happened to me, that
Okay.
I've heard, and I have stories that I've pulled from friends and different things, and then it turns into something. Like I'll write a song and it'll never have happened to me, literally, and then as time goes on, I'll be like, I wrote a song about this. Like, I don't know if I'm speaking or singing it into fruition, but I guess bringing it to life.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, you also have a partner, and you guys create a writing group called The Right Chicks.
Yes.
Okay, talk about that.
It is me and a girl by the name of Bobby Marvin. We work together on Jazzy, and we work together on Beauty and the Beat. I did a lot of collaborations with other writers as well, but me and her wrote for it as well. So we just write. When work permits itself, we get it in.
Okay, and what is the dynamic between the relationship between y'all two?
As far as what, writing?
As far as writing styles.
We're 100% different in our writing styles. I learned a lot from her. I learned almost everything that I do from her. But within that, grew into being comfortable in my own skin and doing things on my own, and kind of learning my own writing style. Initially, I just would mimic. Like, I would see her and I would be like, okay, like that's what I'm supposed to do. But that was because I was not a songwriter. She's always been a songwriter, so I didn't know. So I would go in and I kind of just took little things from her, tidbits from sessions me and her would have, and then kind of just added my own thing to it. So the dynamic, it worked perfectly because I was kind of like her understudy, and then she subconsciously, I'm sure, taught me everything that she knew, and then I was able to use it to benefit stuff that I do, or like kind of put my own little twist on it. So it works.
Okay, and now what are you working on? What are some up and coming projects the people can expect from you?
For me, or just in general?
From excuse me.
For me, I'm just doing shows right now. I'm working on a lot of different things, writing wise, with various artists. Did some stuff with Jesse McCartney. Did some stuff with Busta Rhymes recently, different things for the Honey 2 soundtrack, did some stuff for that. So just various projects that I've worked on, but just working in my writing field a little bit as well. But for me, I'm just trying to do shows, that's it, right now.
Okay, so there's no set date for Beauty and the
Part two.
Beat? Yeah.
No, I'm sure before the year is out, though. I'm 100% sure something else before the year is out. But as of now, no. Just creating.
Okay, how can people stay posted on what you're doing, Jazzy?
Follow me on Twitter.
Okay.
That's how you can stay posted with my everything.
What's the URL?
It is twitter.com/OHJAZZY, Jazzy. And then I have a website, www.imjazzy.com. And that'll link you to everything. My YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, everything you want to find out about Jazzy will be there.
All right, thank you, Jazzy.
Yeah, yeah.